So this weekend, I was up, or actually, where was it? This was on Friday after work. Dimitri and I went on a fur bike ride on Venice Beach, and these young girls, 15 and 16, stopped us and asked questions and wanted to know about my hair. And next thing I knew, one was asking for my autograph, which was kind of the first time that's ever happened. I didn't give it to her because she didn't know who I was, and she just thought that maybe I was somebody, and I think that was a novelty for someone who's 15. So instead, I said, "Call me when you're 18." No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, this young girl said that I reminded her of somebody in the movie Hedwig and the Angry Inch. No, sorry, Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Have you seen Hedwig and the Angry Inch? I can't say it, but I have seen it. I've seen the movie and the play a couple times. And there is a message in that story that I just love so much. There is a scene. Now, this story, this musical, is about a confused young boy who has a botched sex change operation that leaves him with an angry inch. And there's a time when this young person falls in love, and on the first unveiling of this to their lover, the lover says, "What is that?" And Hedwig says, "This is what I have to work with." And I think that is one of the most critical, important understandings that you can take into your world. So much of the frustration that we feel is because we want things to be different, because we want to be taller, or we want to be stronger, faster, or we want to be richer, or we want to be something different. We wish the weather was different. But if we can shift into that perspective of, this is what I had to work with, then instead of starting in a place of, you just start from baseline. This is what I have to work with. I have acne. This is what I have to work with. I'm no longer a 24-year-old young man. This is what I have to work with. I have erectile dysfunction. This is what some people have to work with. Probably not me, but I'm just saying. So I love that. I mean, and I think that I had a great, a great kind of connection on the playa with a young man who had a physical, I don't want to use the word deformity, but he had he was different in a certain way, and he was really struggling with how he can be happy, because all he could think about, was how he was different in this way, and how he, because he thought about it all the time, he was, he assumed that everybody else was, and it was, we talked about how that very thing of like, okay, this is baseline. You can spend your entire life wishing that it was different, wishing that you didn't get a botched sex change. You can wish that you didn't get in that car accident. You can wish that you didn't have back pain. You can wish that, or you can say, recalibrate the baseline. This is what I have to work with. And now from that place, what are the gifts? My mind, my increasingly open heart, my friends. This is what I have to work with. And from that place, that's the magic. Think about art in general, and thinking of yourself as an artist in life, is that art comes from limitations. With infinite resources, there is no creativity. Creativity comes from figuring out what you have to work with, and then creating from that. So, when we try to see ourselves as artists in our lives, looking at our angry inch, or our XYZ and going, this is what I have to work with, that's what turns us into warriors of light.